Many of us are afraid and cautious about crises arising from epidemics and diseases like Ebola or cholera, but little is any caution taken about vulnerability to cyber crisis and attacks. Yet in 2017 alone, the security report indicated that Uganda lost near about 158 billion to cyber attacks.
So when an epidemic comes, people fall sick, maybe some people lose their lives, and it has a social disruption. So just to give you an example in the cyberspace would be to wake up in the morning and all your money is lost from your bank account, or you no longer have a digital identity.
Cyber attacks are on many occasions not just an institutional, but a national and even regional issue, and have great consequences to both the citizenry and the economy.
Cyber crises have gone into a level where they have probably the same or even worse impact than medical epidemics, because they affect our social balance, they affect our livelihoods, they affect our ability to do work as a normal citizen.
The acting director NITA Uganda, Peter Kahiji, says individuals are as exposed to cyber attacks as critical government sectors such as finance, transport, and public health.
We have embraced a lot of online services, and the reason for this is because of convenience. Take for instance, we use mobile money a lot, and that's one of the areas where there's been a lot of crime. So take for instance, if you receive a message today that says, oh, you have received 200,000 shillings on your phone, and then an hour later somebody calls and says, oh, I sent you that money by mistake, just send me back 150,000. What is the first action you take? Your first action should be to check whether you actually received 200,000 shillings before you send.
In the East African region, Uganda ranks highest in terms of cyber security and readiness to combat an unfortunate cyber attack. But they have been warned against complacency.
We have a lot of specialists. Universities are very well respected. So it's a question how you're going to manage all the process, and usually all the countries say that or rely on digital nations or digital Uganda to be one of the success factors in the future economical growth. So it's a question how much resources you focus for this to happen, and how much resources you focus cybercrime and cyber attacks not to hinder that process.
Now, for the country to be cyber ready, you have to deal with a lot of things. It's not about technology. Technology does not solve the problem by itself. You need to have people, you need to have education, you need to have, that the users who use mobile phones and e-services and mobile banking every day, they should be aware of the threats that are there and how to deal with them, how to protect themselves, because the government will not protect everyone.
It is for this reason that cybersecurity experts from the East African region have met in Kampala under the 7th edition of the East African Cyber Defense Conference aimed at combating the virtual crime. David Matovu for UBC.